Good.
Okay, so you had mentioned Becky
Yeah.
and the arms and the wrestlers not doing body parts, not working the arms, not working the legs, etc., etc. And I was just making a joke, man. But Brock sure as hell he didn't have to work nothing. He yanked on that on one time for
Oh,
like 15 seconds, and that was it. It
Yeah.
was a wrap.
exactly. But
It
I'm
was
like,
a
Brock
wrap.
is like 200. He's like, you put that on, that lock on. It's like the key lock. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's
I
like the
know.
ankle lock. Once you
I
put
know.
that on,
For
that's
real,
ripping.
yeah.
Yeah, that's legit. Becky's thing is like just a stretched out arm.
Yeah. All right.
But she's not trying to kill people.
All
That's
right.
the thing. Brock,
Yeah.
you kind of gotta
Ooh,
hit him on the head. You gotta poke him and be like, Brock, please,
calm
please.
down. Leave me
We
alone.
all trying to go home today. We all trying to eat. Come on,
You gonna beat me tonight?
All right.
You gonna learn tonight?
I'm gonna take something with me.
All right. We got
Ass, my arm, I'm taking something.
FTR versus the Ass Boys.
I thought it was fun.
They're always been
Wasn't
the
a
Ass
bad
Boys.
match. Was not a
Yeah.
bad match. I like the commentary in the match as well, and I like Billy in this match because Billy be cheating,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
He's a heel. He cheats.
and when he hit somebody, it don't look like
Ooh.
you want to hit him back.
Nope. Well, since he's like a giant to everybody in, in no place,
Yes.
it's like Jesus Christ, Billy Gunn. Put the
Yes.
belt on him. He still got a championship chest.
Yes.
But it does. I don't want to put no rumors out there. But his forehead is going further and further back.
Oh yeah. He old though.
Yeah,
He old. He
yeah.
old, man.
He old. That's the
He
excuse.
old.
He's old though.
Yeah.
He don't look old. Jesus
No,
Christ,
you
Billy
don't.
Gunn like
You
he's
know
in a
who he
time
hangs with that
machine.
I thought was cool? He hangs with the original, I think it's Nitro
Yeah.
Oh, really?
from American Gladiators.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
And that guy is a ridiculous like workout nut for like
Yeah.
as far as building like upper body and stuff. And I don't know if it's some guy who's in like movies now, but there was a dude with them training that looks almost as big as the Mountain that was hanging with them. It's not the Mountain. I know who that guy is. And
Yeah.
it's like a club full of mountains, and Billy Gunn is right in there. Like, hey,
He's the small man of the mountains.
he's a small
Exactly,
man,
right?
but bring him back to the real world, and he is a mountain still.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, we got Eddie Kingston, Santana Ortiz, and Santana and Ortiz return and attack Jericho's Appreciation Society.
It was all right. I thought it was
Yeah.
more funny that they looked behind the stuff on the wrong side.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that made me laugh about the promo. He's like, "Look, nobody's here," and then the other side opens up and a fucking sock comes out. That was pretty funny. I'm not mad.
We got Wheeler Yuta versus Bryan Danielson.
I think that surprised me the most.
Really?
Like I saw that Yuta was capable of it, but
See,
I don't know. It was just him hanging in there with Danielson that it impressed me.
Yeah.
I've seen Yuta before ROH match. I think it was the Pearl Championship with the current Pro
Oh, he
Champion.
won it. He won it this weekend.
Oh, he
That was
did?
another thing that surprised me. I wish I could have seen it.
Yeah,
seen the
Wheeler,
match. I saw the picture.
Took the pure
Yeah.
title. Yeah.
That was the last time I saw him in a singles match with the guy, and he was really good. He's really good.
Okay.
So comes
Yeah.
Matt Ring, switching holes, Matt wrestling. He's got it.
Cool.
He's got it down.
Cool.
Wow.
Good match.
He just
Yeah, it was a good match. Good match.
needs to work on his facial expression. That's about it.
No, I give him that too. Yeah.
That's about it. But everything else, he's got down.
We got Owen Hart, the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament Qualifier. The Bunny versus surprise, Tony Storm. We actually called this last week.
Oh, y'all did? Oh, that's good.
Glad to see her
Yeah.
show up. I'm not mad. It was all right, man.
I just
It wasn't a bar burner, but it was all right, match.
want to see the previews for Tony. I was like, okay, we get it. She's all ass. I was like, really? Every shot is her butt?
The funny thing is now she's allowed to own it because she couldn't before. So there you
Yeah.
go.
There you go.
So I guess I think that was a slap in the face of WWE. See, this is where I started. No,
but
you want me to hide
see-
this.
it's kind of a joke and it's kind of not because what Merck was saying. Remember, that's true. Along with all that Twitch stuff, they can also do some of that,
OnlyFans.
website, but not even specifically OnlyFans. It's like the stuff that the Iconics do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have their
The
own
violence.
like
Yeah.
So now they're allowed to do that stuff.
Yeah.
And in AEW, that's not a problem. So obviously Tony does that stuff. So she gonna own it now.
Yep.
It is what it. I can't. We are in for an embarrassment of riches because that restriction is not on those girls, and hey, they want to do it.
Yeah.
Amen.
And then our main event was Darby Allin versus Andrade and Idolo.
Grown man versus teenager part 2, or is it part 3?
Get off my lawn. Part 1.
I'm trying to date my daughter. What happened? Whoop your ass.
What's he saying? I can't understand him. He's saying Chavo. Oh, he's not here no more? I didn't get the memo. Daddy's in ROH?
Yeah.
What you want to tell me? Samoa Joe?
Oh, man.
What's going on over here?
Jose, the assistant, can you translate for me, please?
Exactly, please.
I thought it was good. They have even if they have not fought each other very long, they have built chemistry and they are really good together. So I really did like that match.
Cool.
I will say I like the other one better, the one with the 2 versus Andrade, because then it really did look like 2 kids trying to beat up a grown man.
Yeah.
The styles work together very well.
Mhm.
Once again, Antonio, if I'm saying his name right, I can't tell when he tells me, but he's very good in the ring.
It's Andrade.
Yeah, Andrade, that's what I meant to say. See what I'm talking about? He's very good. Where the hell is Miro?
Miro?
still in the
Making a
void?
movie.
Oh, he's making a
He was-
movie.
First, he was the reason he was gone was he was injured.
Okay.
Second reason he was gone is he's making a movie. So we'll see.
Oh,
Hopefully
he's
he'll be back.
missed.
Yeah, yeah.
He's missed. I was like, where the hell? He been in the void. He was looking for Jesus, or at least attacking Jesus,
Yeah.
or Jesus was scared of him.
Yeah, stuck
He
in the
ran
Matrix.
away. I don't know.
When he returns, he has to come out of the void.
Yeah,
He
right?
has
You got cut
He come
himself
out the void with like a
Daffy Duck.
dead body. I found him.
Come out with
coward.
a cross. No, you can't.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Kurt Angle said no to that. No, you can't make Miro. No.
Like, I found the coward.
What do you give AEW Dynamite?
Dynamite, I give a solid B plus.
Could it be?
I give him the same B plus. It's just that certain things they hit, certain things they miss, but that was that's their most solid show.
I'll run through Rampage and then I'll do Impact afterwards. If you have watched it, we will go through it. If not, I'll just run through it fast.
I really tried to watch Impact, and for something happened, and I couldn't view it. So
It was this episode wasn't great, but I think the next 2 weeks we were excited because those are the ones that we were on.
okay.
Because that was the live show we went to. It was this week's and next week's. It's gonna be us. So you probably, if you see on the right side, all the way in the back where the entrance is at, that's where we're at.
Last week might be the since you said it was this one and that one and the next one.
Yeah.
I think last week was the one where y'all shouting and Chris Bay looked at y'all. So I think that was on this past episode. Because it looked like that was the one where the Bullet Club came out. All 4 of them came out together.
Oh, so it happens again. No, next week. This week
they
is
come
gonna
out
be
again also?
Yeah,
I
this
got
week
you.
is definitely
I got
gonna
you.
happen. Cause
Okay.
yeah. Anyway, this is for Rampage. We had Lance Archer versus Dusty Rhodes.
That was actually pretty good. Not bad. The legend of Dustin always leaving a river of blood behind though continues.
That's what he does.
But he's so good. He's a natural.
He's done.
Wink, wink.
Good match. Good match.
Natural.
Yeah, Dark Order versus Red Dragon.
It's all right. It wasn't special.
Yeah,
I'll just put it that way. It was okay.
Nyla Rose versus Mita Winovsky.
It was a squash.
And then
Yeah.
Hook attacked
Yes,
Aaron
sir.
Solo, which makes me happy because I
Because he
don't like
deserved it.
QT or any of those
Oh, come
factory
on, man.
boys.
Why you gotta talk about QT though?
Oh,
Come
this
on.
is the last week. I'm looking at last week. Why am I looking at last
Oh,
week?
you're going through last week's review?
My fault. My fault. Oh, you had Young Bucks versus Top Flight. I knew that was something not real. I was like, hey, there was other match.
Gotcha. Yes, sir.
There's top Young Bucks versus Top Flight. I have issues
Mhm.
with Young Bucks matches, so I can't get into them. I'm sorry.
They're the same
I
match.
thought it was alright.
Yeah.
I
But
would
versus
put
Top
if you
Flight, because I actually
ahead.
like Top Flight though. They were pretty good.
I have no problem with Top Flight. Top Flight, I feel like if somebody could just step aside, teach them how to actually do a real wrestling tag team match, they'd be great. You can't learn anything from the Young Bucks except spots, and that's been their thing for the last 10 years. And I'm tired of it. Now you got them on a bigger platform, and it's the same match every night. Different outfits. Something silly going on, but it's the same match, and it's like, stop it. Stop it, please. Do something. Do work. Work something.
They do not hurt you enough to put a submission on you. They don't make any sense. They just throw themselves at you.
Yeah.
But
They kick
that
you.
said-
The kick was like nothing. Like the breeze went by the face. Like, oh,
but that said, for me, it depends on their opponent. So this match this week I didn't mind because they were going against people who were just like them.
We
I
had,
just want to point out the Young Bucks can work. In New Japan, they had one match against Punky Vice, and they was heels, and they worked like heels, and it made total sense. So that whole thing that people say they don't know how to work, they do. They just choose not to. That's the thing about them. I've seen them do it one time.
well, because they don't have in New Japan they don't control their match. They get kind of structured. When in AGW they kind of have control of their match, so they do what the fuck they want.
So I'm like,
Anyway, you got Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti vandalized this man's car.
That was what's his name?
what's the police?
Lambert, right?
Yeah.
Because they have a few. Because last week they said some unsavory. They made some unsavory comments, and now these people, damn Lambert needs something else to do.
Yeah.
Because he can't talk trash about Cody Rhodes because he ain't there. That's literally what he was doing. That's like his number one thing.
And then Hook and Danhausen had an interruption. I had a little talk.
Didn't he try to curse him this week?
Tried to
Or
curse
was
him
that last
again,
week?
and he's getting mad that it's not working.
It's not working. Hook's too strong.
Did it ever explain Danhausen at all?
I love that Danhausen.
No, you have to know who he is. No.
Just have to know.
He's
No.
I'll say he's a Simpson character. That's all you need to know about Danhausen. He's a Simpson character. He's a straight out a Simpsons character.
Just about, yeah.
Like, yeah, that's how I describe him. Like, he's a Simpsons character. House of Black versus Fuego del Sol and Dark Over Evil Uno and Steve Grayson.
It wasn't bad, but I'm more upset that they didn't just murder them.
Yeah, I want to see Fuego get
that's my
destroyed. I'd like to see him get destroyed.
Buddy put a hurt on him.
Good.
I
Yeah,
will
that
say.
was my high point of the match when he got hurt. Like, Fuego
Buddy
got
put
his
a
ass
hurt on
kicked.
him.
Yeah, right.
But like, for the faction, I feel they need more of a trajectory going up, up, up. They did win,
They did.
granted, right?
But
I
they
feel
more
like
dominant.
they need to be murdering people.
Yeah.
My favorite part was when Black was showing up and just kicking people in the head.
Yeah, I missed that.
He's not doing that anymore.
Now we gotta let
That makes me
Brody
sad.
King do shit, and I don't like him.
Yeah, I
gotta
don't
get
like
close,
Brody King either. He's too
close.
indie for me.
I like Buddy.
He's
Buddy
good.
has
Buddy's
a
good.
mean need. He even needs the shit out of people.
Yeah,
And he does it to Fuego. It makes me happy because I can't stand Fuego.
How dare you?
I don't like
you
it.
talk
Yo,
about fight?
tell him to get a fitted mask and then we will talk.
No. How dare you?
Until
How
then,
dare
I
you.
want to see him get destroyed every single time. Hope he gets hooked next.
Damn. All right.
set it up. Jason wants to take this guy out.
Jesus.
There was 3 people like Alex the Black, he stopped kicking people in the face. So I'm losing interest in him because he's not kicking people in the face anymore. He kicked Arn Anderson in the face, made me happy.
So good.
Kicking Arn Anderson, get that
QT
Glock.
Marshall, anytime he gets his ass kicked, I'm excited about it. It hurts Mike a little bit, but it makes me excited. I like to see QT Marshall.
Learn how to format.
Did you know QT? Did you know QT has his boots in the in the Rock and Roll? What is it? The not Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The Hard Rock Cafe. Thank you.
The Hard Rock Cafe. Who the fuck goes to the Hard Rock Cafe anymore?
Stop asking questions like that. Don't do that. You're looking for answers.
Where was the last time you went to a Hard Rock Cafe?
Merc, you're asking questions I can't answer. Listen.
You've never been there.
Like someone's funky ass boots in the glass case. I guess so.
All I
don't
know is the hotel.
QT Marshall. Who the fuck QT Marshall? He probably wrote that. It was Big Show.
Exactly.
Apparently, he used to work there for years, so that's kind of why they honor him, which I think is kind of funny. Just like what he was just working in the kitchen, and then the staff there is so wowed by him being on television. They're like, "Yo, man, put your boots in this case."
Which the ones I got on now, the Crocs,
funky ass boots in the middle.
They could have asked for anybody else. They were like, "Could you have Cody put his boots here?" You know, somebody. No,
they probably asked for Cody, and he lied.
Yeah, he lied. He said these are Cody's boots.
Yeah, these are Cody's. Yeah, he trained in my school with them.
I would go in on the joke, but I saw the ceremony, and no, they actually honored him. So.
Their employee of the month is great.
Yeah, leave QT alone.
He probably worked there still. He's probably part time.
I mean, look at him.
Look at
he
my
looks like
wrestling
he looks like a shift manager. Yes, he does.
Get the clipboard.
That's the reason why I didn't get off the other day. That guy. I hope Alex fucking kicks him in the head.
How many days did you come in late this week? Gotta go see QT. Sorry.
QT. He sounds like that's a manager room too. QT.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta go to QT.
Yeah.
At this point, Hard Rock Hotel is a rumor, not really establishment.
Anyway, Keith Lee versus Powerhouse Hobbs close out the match. Close out Rampage. I actually thought the match was good, and I like the little story they're giving.
The match was solid. I like the stuff that went on with the interference. I like that Swerve came out to help him. I like that. In the end, they ended up taking away Swerve. You noticed, like they got rid of, and then Ricky snuck out, and then that was my favorite part with the shoe to Keith Lee's head. You gotta look at the clip. He goes on the second turnbuckle to hit a man in the head with his shoe. I was just like, yo, that is good. It's good. It's good.
It's more legit. It's more legit than a guitar.
It's just, I mean, look, you mess with a man and he's wearing dress shoes. That's a weapon, man. You can't. Those heels, dude. Like, don't even pretend. Don't pretend.
So
when he was not selling, he was like, shit, in the corner. The corner got me.
So we give Rampage.
I would give Rampage. I'm gonna have to give it a B-. It wasn't as good of a show, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like it had something on it that had me like smiling and laughing, and that was the last match. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
I gave it a C.
Yeah, I concur with a C.
That women's match was kind of.
Yeah.
It wasn't poop, but it just wasn't compelling, man. It wasn't.
Yeah,
and I want to see the two girls and the dude
do
well, but like
other things.
Yeah, I mean, look, they both hot, but like, bro, when the matches is not that great, it's just not that great.
Exactly.
Like, it is what it is.
As bad as the Hard Rock Cafe.
No, it's not that bad. I don't think you'll get food poisoning from watching Jamie Hayter not do good.
Maybe.
Depending on how cold your food is.
Listen, stay 6 feet away from your television screen and you won't catch pink eye, okay?
Pink eye when she farting on the camera.
I mean, look, what are you staring at? How close are you to the screen?
That's true. All right.
This is what I call action.
I run through Impact. Did you get to watch Impact this week?
I got to see some of Impact. Yes.
Yeah. We
Not
had
the whole show?
Jonathan Grisham versus Kenny King. I thought that was a solid match.
Thought that was good. I like the promo for this one actually.
Yes.
I was talking about I don't know Kenny King, and that was actually a good promo between him and Gresham.
Yep. You got the Chump Chump Challenge, Jonah
funny.
and PCO Brawl.
That's pretty funny. I like that.
And yeah. Ziggy Dice.
Not gonna lie,
is with
PCO
John.
can only do brawls.
Huh?
PCO can only do brawls.
Man,
No, he can do
How long he
hardcore
been- how
my
long he
man
been
is
in
like
the game?
almost 60 years old. Let him do what he knows how to do.
He can do hardcore matches. That's his wheelhouse. They don't present him as nothing else.
Yeah, let him be. I'll let him be. This man is old.
Hey,
let him
isn't
be.
isn't
But
he
the-
isn't he
What was that?
technically blind in one eye? Like, hey,
Probably.
if he can make it to the ring, it's all good.
He's so good, guy. He's still in there. Don't poke him in the other eye. Jesus Christ.
He poked his good eye. You got Josh Alexander versus Man Fulton.
I did not get to see this. This is where I did not see the wrestling.
It was okay. It was. I've seen them fight before. They're nothing special. Knockouts, but I like the storyline. Again, the storyline between Alexander and Moose has just been really good.
Yeah, I agree.
You have Chelsea Green offered up explanation for her betrayal of Mickey James, and I actually was enjoying that. I can't wait for them to actually fight on Impact. Knockouts Battle Royal to determine number one contender. Rosemary won, so she's number one contender versus this chick. Oh, I can't think of her name.
Tasha Steele?
There you go.
Okay.
You had Gujar versus Aiden Prince, and I don't remember much of that match. All I remember is that Brian Myers ran for his life from Morrissey. And he fucked up his hand doing it too.
Oh
He
damn.
poked up his hand running.
He fucking stabbed himself on the pole.
Oh,
Yeah, he had
What pole?
a scar. He has stitches.
Oh, that's messed up.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then the main event was the Motor City Machine Guns versus the Bullet Club, and I thought that match was fantastic.
yeah,
I wish I could have seen it.
yeah.
Really good stuff. And then
That
next
sounds
week,
good.
next week, I think, again, when you go to a live show, they don't tell you what order the show is gonna be. They kind of just throw everything, and then they'll probably edit the show differently.
Mhm.
So we'll see. We'll probably be on next week on this week's show. So I'm excited to actually watch it and see where we at. And then now let's go into all of what is WrestleMania and Stand and Deliver too, because WWE just likes to swamp you with wrestling.
But they got so many people on the roster. Jesus.
They still got a lot of people on the roster. Like, even
Yeah.
though they let go of a lot of people, they still have a lot of roster.
Yeah,
Why
they
are they
do.
not on the TV show though? I
Yeah,
don't
they just
understand.
not on the TV.
Where are they?
Let's go through Stand and Deliver first, because that's only like 7 matches.
Mm-hmm.
So Stand and Deliver was Saturday at noon. Like, it was like at 1 o'clock it showed, I think. We had a kickoff match with Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai. They defeat Toxic Attraction, Gigi Dolan,
No.
and JC Jane,
No.
and are the new NXT Women's Tag Champions.
No. I don't want it.
You know what's messed
Don't
up
want
too? They just matched the belts too, and now they don't have them no more.
And they had that matching gear, and they looked all great.
Yeah.
And now they don't have their belts, and then she got hit in the face with orange soda.
Damn,
Oh my god.
the
How
evil
dare you.
orange soda.
It's funny, you can't tell she got hit in the face with orange soda because it matched her hair. He just thought she was sweating.
Oh.
He thought her color was running.
Our next match. What do you give that match?
I give it a 4. I thought it was a good match, but I'm mad.
Because they lost the belts. Yeah.
I'll give it 3.75.
I'll give it a 4 too.
Ladder
Even
match.
though
Go ahead.
I like that match.
Say what you said?
I just didn't care about the match.
Yeah. Okay. So we had the Fatal 5-Way ladder match for North American title. Cameron Grimes defeats Carmelo Hayes, Santo Escobar, Solo Suka, and Grayson Waller.
It was a good match.
Yeah.
Might be like the best match in the show because they all did their thing in this one.
Yeah. And
I mean, the homie Grayson Waller didn't have to try to kill himself, but he did.
twice.
Like, all right, yeah, yeah,
to nothing.
and he knew what he was doing.
So it's that whole after young, I can do whatever. Let's just do it.
But I think the MVP might have been Santos in that match.
Yeah, Santo has some great spots. Yeah, Waller took a lot of the big spots.
True.
I give that match that was probably one of my favorite matches. I'll give it 4.75.
I'm gonna give it a 4 or 5.
I give it a 4.
Okay.
Once again, I like ladder matches. I like their style. It wasn't. They kept it moving. That's what I like about it.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lot of stopping and everyone just looking around.
Mm-hmm.
They do what they would do. They really worked that one.
Yeah.
Trick Williams had me laughing at
He's
times.
fun.
He got
He's
fucked
fun.
up too.
Yes.
We got Tony D'Angelo defeats Tommaso Ciampa by pinfall.
Now, what was who's that? His cousin Vinny?
Yeah, I
That
guess so.
happened?
I don't know. I don't remember him coming in, but it was just a random guy riffing.
He popped up a couple of weeks ago and he attacked Chopper, if I'm not mistaken,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
to make an impact. He is new,
Okay.
so
Gotcha.
So AJ Galante.
Okay.
oh, come on.
Scott
I thought that
Steiner
was
don't
me.
like him. Scott Steiner don't like him. You know what? It's too hard to remember the I really this probably like zipped my mind. So I'm gonna go 3.
I thought it was okay. I'll give it a 3.5. It wasn't the best match of the night, but it was interesting because of the outcome and what they did. So that's that. I'll give it that. You know.
Same, I give it a 3.
Okay.
I was kind of hoping he was going to go out on top, though,
Yeah, me too.
because he's been there for so long and he's been putting in the work. And, he stayed true to himself in building that character he got. That is, you're going to take him to the main roster or something. I want him to be that guy still. But it looks like they're changing up everybody. So it's like, man, he should at least won his last match. Well, what else?
They do that with
Drop
NXT
it
with
to
guys. Though.
everybody.
Yeah, they usually do that with NXT. Like it's not his first. Like they do it with most of the guys. They will get the last match, but it would be their loss.
Yeah, I mean it's a tradition.
Yeah.
If you're going to a different company or a different thing, you lose the last match. Except he's not going to a different company. So
he's going to the main roster, so it's like they did it for a bunch of people. Like Riddle lost his last match as well, and a couple other people.
Yeah,
Anyway, we got the tag team championship match. Triple threat was MSK versus Imperium versus the Creed brothers.
It's really good. I'm surprised Creed brothers didn't win because they were hyping them up. But like other than that, I thought it was an excellent match.
Yeah. I was surprised that MSK won. And there's a lot of issues going on with them right now.
Oh, is there?
Huh?
They're another group that's been there for a while, off and on.
Yeah.
Huh.
What do you give it?
That match, I will give a 4 to. I like the way how everybody was moving in there. Once again, these guys been there for a while. They know how to work. I can't say nothing bad about that match. That's about it.
Okay.
That's about it. No one really. I'm like nothing standing out.
Yeah.
But they're not bad,
I give it a 3.75.
Yeah, I guess I'll give it a 3.75 as well. My team didn't win, but I think it was just there was some stuff in it that was actually pretty unique.
Okay.
So I got to give it credit for that.
Yeah.
And we got the Fatal 4-Way match for the NXT Women's Championship. We got Mandy Rose defeats Cora Jade, Kaylee Ray, and Io Shirai by pinfall.
I was surprised, but I not so surprised that the person who lost was Cora Jade.
Yeah. Good match.
Yes,
It was a good
definitely.
match.
And of course, that's the match I couldn't see because it cut off on me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't see that match.
It was good. It was very good.
thought
Showcased everybody, but Mandy is still champion, and that made me happy. So,
Hmm?
I give it a 4.
Yeah, I give it a 4. And she's still a champ, so I'm happy.
She has a rainbow belt now.
Yeah, I was about to say they changed the look of the belt. I just saw pictures of it, so it was like, I guess the match the logo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna do that to the man's belt.
I hope not. They didn't. So,
Okay,
yeah. It
let's
fits
shoot
for
it up
Mandy,
for the
though.
girls.
It fits for Mandy.
Yeah,
Well,
that you know what? That should be her belt.
Yeah. Like, it fits for Mandy, and also if like the Toxic Attraction all had the titles, all the titles will be white strapped and shit.
Yeah.
You got Gunther versus LA Knight.
I'm just
It
so
was actually
mad
pretty
they changed his
interesting.
name.
Gunther.
Gunther.
This was interesting because they started this feud like last week,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
This like not even a long feud, so for it to make the show like this, it was like, that's very weird, but still good.
Yeah.
I don't think Walter's had a bad match,
Yeah.
and he's been in there with everybody. He's been in there has been like at least good. So like
Yeah.
again, this match is right up there with it. Do you ever think though that he's gonna lose?
Gunther? Eventually.
Over someone big. Who could he lose to?
True
Steiner.
enough. Yeah,
Possibly
yeah,
Steiner,
yeah.
And that would be a hell of that'd be a smash mouth match.
Yeah.
That'd be yeah. Looking forward to that.
So,
I'll give it a 4.
Four?
I like the match. I like LA Knight. I like Walter, not Gunther. Walter.
Gunther.
Yeah, Walter.
Stop it. Stop it.
Gunther.
Gunther.
LA Knight's very good. He's a very good worker. So, yeah, those two really tore it down. So it was like, you knew that was going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That match, I'll go 4.
4? I give it 4 as well. Anytime Walter is Gunther or Walter, wherever his name is, going to chop people, I'm there for.
He's getting thinner now.
Mm-hmm.
You see how he's getting like more defined? I always said he looked at like Killer Kowalski,
Yeah.
and then a young Killer Kowalski. Now he's thinning down. He's starting to really look like Killer Kowalski. And I'm like, stop getting thinner. Stop it right now. We all see how this going to end. Don't do it.
All right. And then our main event was Dolph Ziggler defeats Braun Breaker for the NXT Championship.
That was cool. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
had Ziggler winning.
completely
I had Ziggler
unexpected.
retaining.
Yeah, you did. You did. I thought he was going to lose. Surprise.
Sadly, he won. He lost last night.
With no fanfare, very, very just generic wrestling match on a
Yeah.
Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. It did not feel special at all.
Yeah, I agree. Like it was.
That's the sad thing about it too. It's like y'all didn't have to do it. You could have gave him time, Ziggler. I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Would have to lead back up to that match, and then did it big.
I felt like they did it very, very honestly. Like I felt like they have something in works, and that's the reason why they rushed it. But they didn't have to do it like that because that match, like their NXT and delivery match was great. It was the Monday Night Raw one. It was just was a generic ass match.
Yeah,
It wasn't a bad match, but it was not the standard deliver match.
No,
Like, that
100%.
match was just special.
Yeah,
That's a match I'm gonna give like a 4.5. Like it had everything in it. It had the showcase of both guys, right?
Yeah.
It had the cheating. It had like you clearly define who's good, who's bad. It's
yeah.
got the story of the redemption for Braun Breaker. Like legitimately, it's like the essence of wrestling. And it's like the dude just got there and he's already got it.
yeah,
And like that's why it was so good.
yeah.
And it just sucks. It was most of Ziggler. More for Ziggler than anything. Breaker, he's gonna be fine,
Yeah.
but that kind of
Yeah.
sucks. Next day, the next Monday, just show up and lose it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted
He put
Ziggler
it-
to keep the
he put
title,
it
so that was just
Yeah.
me.
That's the thing. I think that sucks.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna give this one a 4.5. Very good.
Same here. I'll give it a time.
4.5 all the way.
All right.
Very
And overall,
good. With all their strengths.
yeah, it was good. Overall, pay per view, what you give it?
Overall, gonna give it a 4.
Agree.
4 here too.
All right. And
Even though I
now,
didn't see the girl match.
and now our last verdict will be for WrestleMania Night 1, Night 2. And I'll just run through these and we'll get through Night 1 first. So Night 1, first match was the Usos and Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships.
It was a good match. Everything was good up until Boogs hurt himself. That's trying to carry all them in.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
It was a solid match. Again, I did not care as much because the build was, I felt lackluster, but the match itself, fine. I gave it a 3.5.
I hope
And
they got
I-
free hard lemonade for that match.
Oh, he was out there too. That was actually pretty funny.
Didn't they
That was actually
bombard us
kinda
with a bunch of those commercials
Yeah.
Yes,
before it started?
yes.
Yeah. Usos always deliver. Especially when they milk to the crowd even more.
Yeah.
But like everybody was with the Usos. But Shinsuke, I like him. Boom. I didn't see enough of him in this match
Well, he got
to be
hurt.
like, he's strong. Yeah, I know, but it's like, fucked up the whole match, man, getting hurt.
God
Yeah.
damn, take
But
your
he-
shit
he
back
made
up.
it to the last. I think he made it to the last like 3 minutes though, so it wasn't that
Yeah.
bad.
You know,
Boogs is like power.
Oh.
He's a power.
yeah, he's
dude.
clearly. He's also the over the top guy too. They cut
Yeah.
his hair.
Yeah.
They made him look like Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
That's what they wanted.
Yes,
A muscled up Freddie Mercury.
Mhm.
I think it was match of 3.
I'll do the same.
That's,
It wasn't enough for me to really like it. It wasn't enough of it for me to like it.
I like the entrances.
Why did Shinsuke look like the pay-per-view roadblock?
He did. Because he was sponsoring the hard lemonade.
I was like, who took Owen Hart's old suit?
Oh,
The caution.
yeah.
Next match is Drew McIntyre defeats Happy Corbin.
I'm gonna give it a 3. I thought it was a fine match, but I felt it was a SmackDown match.
Yeah.
I didn't care about it that much.
I'm
I
good.
will say the part at the end when he cut the ring was kind of cool, but then the sword wobble.
Yeah. Bullshit.
So
I was like,
it was like, well, there you just broke the magic in front of me, man. Like,
Exactly.
come on.
Who we putting over in this match, the sword or Drew? It's just like we're trying to put over this sword.
But yeah, no, it didn't do anything for me. All I can say is I watched the match and I give them credit for what they went out there and did. They had a wrestling match and it wasn't bad. It was just it wasn't for anything. I don't care about Baron Corbin being Drew's bully because you beating him up is not going to technically not really going to do anything. He can still just come back to work the next Friday and mess with you again. So at the end of the day, what are the consequences of this match?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I just want to bring up if this match is a real strong rivalry. How the hell did Corbin keep that goddamn shirt on the whole time? No one ripped that shirt off him. They go animalistic on him. He wasn't really that mad.
It's happy magic, man. It's that happy magic.
Happy match.
My only thing I will say, and I will take points away because I thought it was bullshit, is the fact that he kicked out the end of days. He protected that move for such a long time, and then
Yeah, right. I almost forgot he did do that.
I got really annoyed with that.
I wasn't mad because it was WrestleMania and because it was Drew.
I'm still mad.
I understand. I understand you have that certain things have a legacy, but the streak ended at WrestleMania.
So now Corbin needs a title then. You
Yeah.
took away his finisher, now he needs a title.
You right. You right. That is kind of
I,
the one thing he was saying. He's like, well, listen, I don't need anything as long as I have this, and now he doesn't have it
So
anymore.
now you
So
gotta give
now
him
he's
time.
got to win.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? He should get back. He should be called Miserable Corbin again, and then give him a title. He loses everything.
The funny shit is, we said that last week too. It's like, yo, I love the miserable Corbin. Yo, honestly, you could have made a babyface out of him with that character throughout the time. But anyway, I'm gonna give this a 3-5. Like, the match itself was good. The storyline, I did not care for it, so that's why it's getting like a half. So yeah, 3.25.
I'll give it the same as you did.
Yeah.
I saw some of the lead up to it and didn't give a shit about it.
Yeah.
And the match was only okay.
Okay.
Honestly, no one thought Corbin was going to win that match.
Yeah. I was going for him. I like Corbin.
True.
I actually like your Baron Corbin.
No, I like
No,
bad
I just
Corbin.
mean
Like,
I just mean in
Ricky
this
Hair.
situation,
Yeah.
it seemed less likely. It was like, yeah,
Well, he
he's
got
gonna
his finisher kicked out of. I was very angry with that.
I can just imagine him just throwing down popcorn or something out of his hair. Son of a bitch.
This
Yeah.
son of a yeah. Well, I'm gonna now. I'm like not that big of a fan of Drew. I'm like, yo, Drew, I hate you now.
Oh,
Kicked out the
that's-
damn move.
They're gonna be
Not supposed to
kicked
kick out that move.
No,
Anyway,
Even though Drew's chest is bigger than Corbin's arms.
I mean,
Wow.
listen. Once he kicked out of like two, didn't he kick out of two F5s in 2020?
yes, he did.
Yeah.
So I can't. Nah, it's Drew. Like that's
Yeah.
the thing. When you put the work in to make the person that powerful in the lore, I can't get mad. That's just how I operate. So I'm not mad.
Next match is Miz and Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio.
Did not watch. Don't care.
I like the Rey Mysterio and Dominic's outfits. It was a tribute to Eddie Guerrero
Yeah.
and his tag partner. I forgot the name of the tag team.
Who? Eddie Guerrero and who the hell was it?
I forgot his name.
Was he Max? Was it a Max
No, it
wrestler?
wasn't Mask. It was not Mask. I forgot what it was, but it was like the American suits. They both wore it. That was Dominic had the American suit, and then Ray had the Mexican.
Ray had the Mexico.
That was actually pretty cool. Miz and Logan Paul looked like Pikachu.
Yeah.
Match was like
With his very expensive Pikachu card on.
yeah.
I would have robbed him.
So
Like, run that shit.
for what is worth is the fact that as a celebrity doing wrestling, he actually did pretty good. He moved pretty solidly. He actually, like, if he decided he wanted to get into wrestling, I think he has potential to get into it. I didn't care for the match. It was just a gimmick thing. The thing I popped more than anything was Miz betraying him at the end of the match. That made me
That's the one
happy.
thing I heard, and I was like, good. Good.
The Miz did his finisher on him, like right when they finished the
Yeah.
match.
In the finish, I liked the finish a lot. Not just the part where he betrays him, but before that, the way that match ended.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that was a nice combination of moving together to end this.
Yeah.
With the Miz just coming in and just picking up the win. And then the betrayal was even icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Because fuck that guy.
I get, yeah, I'm gonna be honest and give it a fair score. I'll give it a 3.5 because it was entertaining, and
What'd you give it?
I liked the betrayal.
Okay. So what'd you give it?
3.5.
You give it a 5?
3.5.
Oh, okay.
I like give it a 5.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give it a 4.
Okay.
Because the Logan Paul was in there. And he was doing very well in the match. It gives a precedence sometimes, but he is an athlete.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Okay.
I think Ray carried this match
Yeah.
a lot more. But, Miz and Ray carried this match. I would have rather seen them two go at it. But how many times can you see it, I guess?
Yeah. All right. You didn't was not watched.
No.
Fuck that guy.
No.
Next match is this WWE Raw Women's Championship match is Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch. I think this was one of my favorite matches of the night.
If not I wouldn't say even. I said it might possibly been the match of that night.
I'm trying to think.
I liked
Yeah.
Seth and Cody a lot too, so I'm like, all right. Even though Cody does dumb shit that I don't like, I gotta give that match credit's due. And then Austin and Kevin Owens was fucking hilarious and fucking great. So I have to give credit where credit's due. But it's one of the better matches of the night, and probably one of the best matches of WrestleMania by far too. I think their chemistry it really showed in this match, and I think Bianca's finisher was probably the best it looked. In this match.
she I'm winning the night, and she hurled that chick up with so much. I mean, Becky's small, but she almost put some extra on that.
Yeah,
yeah, she jumped up in it. If you notice, Bianca like elevated herself. She was airborne. Like she never usually does that. So yeah, it looked cool.
Yeah.
It's just I like that there was so many different things that you could see from them having fought each other so many times.
Yeah.
This is the stuff I do like when wrestlers fight each other a lot, is that they know how to counter each other's moves, right?
Yeah.
They know how to get out of certain situations because, you know, some people have setups for certain things, right? Like Bianca sets you up in the middle with the glam slam for the flip. And if you do it too many times, what's Becky going to do? She's going to counter it because she did it twice. Like there's a bunch of little things like that make the whole rivalry good. And I think, like we said in the beginning, when it came to the lead ups, I think this is number 2, right behind Roman and Brock, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I think in terms of matches for the weekend, like match quality, I think it's number 2. And but my favorite match, it's not. It doesn't make sense, y'all. So
okay. I just want to point out.
So so for night 1, I'm gonna say this is my favorite match, and I'm gonna give it a 4.75.
I'm gonna go with that score. I agree with that one.
I'll give it a 5, and it's just because of the way it felt like a big fight.
It was.
You know how Roman and fucking Brock felt like a big fight. Undertaker, Shawn Michaels felt like a big fight. This also had that same feel. Secondly, and the girls were laying in those moves.
Yeah,
that was the first time I saw Becky's rock bottom look like a rock bottom.
Yeah,
like Bell went up with her, with it, and that was on the steps. So I was like, they were doing their damn thing. They were showing the boys some things to do in their matches. Like these girls were working.
Yeah.
The ending, I love the ending. The pop when she won, it was an Austin pop. You feel what I'm saying? It was like wow.
Yeah.
And she earned it. So she got a boot straight to the eye.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. She got a
Jesus.
mean shiner.
Woo! I don't know what they going for a drop kick, or is he trying to catch her?
No, she was trying to do the cartwheel. She usually does. Becky does the flip, but she usually lands on you.
Yeah.
Like if she hits you with a standing, you're supposed to fall down backwards, and she lands on you. Instead, Bianca caught it like the full force of her feet.
Yeah.
It's like when she was spinning and you saw it in slow motion, just one just clipped her right in the eye. And I was like, oh, damn. And the thing was, during the match, you didn't see it. You saw them mention it on replay, but she didn't have the black eye.
Oh, it was starting to swell up towards it.
It was swelling up, yeah.
And at the end, you saw it, and it was like, oh, damn. Yeah.
All right, next match. Seth freaking Rollins versus Cody Rhodes.
Mystery Parker. Mystery person.
Why is Seth Rollins had to beat up Cookie Monster for his fur?
That guy hard.
That was straight up Cookie Monster.
He took Cookie Monster's fur, and then he put on, for some reason, the barber's old outfit.
Oh shit! Yeah. He looked like wrestling Liberace.
I dug the whole setup at the beginning of Cody Rhodes' entrance. Like, actually, with production value, it looked great. The match itself was great. I thought, again, he does the dumb shit that I don't like when he, like the top rope RKO. I really hate that move because it hurts you more than it hurts the person, and you can't bullshit me that.
Yeah, logically, that doesn't make sense.
Here's the thing about that move. He does it, and it just looks like, why do you get hit?
Yeah.
This 200-pound man is springboarding backwards off the top rope towards me. Why am I continuing my forward momentum? That's why I hate that move. because we saw the finish to the tag team match on the next night. There were 2 airborne RKOs done
Yeah.
properly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So when I see Cody do that springboard RKO, it always just makes me go, but why did you get hit?
Yeah.
Why did you walk
easily
into
just moved? You could have easily just moved over.
that's a move that makes zero sense
Yeah.
in the logic. It just doesn't.
But it was a good match. A good hard hitting match. I say this was number 2 for me. That's the best match of the night. And they brought it. I can't say nothing more. Like, it was a really good match. I give it 4.75 too.
This one, I think, in terms of the moment, I think it was a 5.
Yeah.
Because it's, if not for, again, I don't really dig into rumors and stuff, so I don't really care. I remember I was telling you, I was praying it was Shane McMahon.
Yeah.
Because I wanted everybody on the internet to be pissed. Because they kept saying it was Cody. I'm
Trying
like,
to troll everybody.
I'm like, could you shut up about Cody? I don't care. I want to be surprised. See,
Yeah.
here's the problem I have with a lot of the fandom being so into digging for secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the problem with some of the WrestleMania stuff is specifically the Stone Cold moment. And I remember people were pissed the fuck off, and I was a little bit on the same boat of, if he accepted, I wish it was a secret until the day of.
Yeah.
Right. And then you have the fans who can't wait for Cody to show up. They have to dig into it for months.
Yeah.
That's a double standard. That's the hypocrisy. That's why I don't identify like in those groups. Because if I want a surprise, I want a surprise all around.
Yeah.
Don't try to dig for secrets.
Yeah.
Let it be. And when he shows up, be shocked.
Yeah.
Because then you gotta fake the shock. I can't see his name over and over and over again in reference to WrestleMania, and then when he shows up, I'm supposed to be like, I can't believe he's here.
Yeah.
It was the same thing with AJ Styles. It was like when he first came up at Royal Rumble, that was supposed to be a secret. The same thing with fucking Jeff Hardy and them.
I got lucky and I missed the Hardys at WrestleMania, and I missed AJ at the Rumble. So he shocked me.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I honestly, I think nowadays, especially wrestling wise, like, kayfabe doesn't really exist because of the internet fan. So you can't get that surprises anymore. Like, look how much they got to do just to get someone not to be shown. They have to, like, put you in a private jet and then put you in a bus for like 3 days so you're not seen in public and shit like that.
It's crazy. One of the crazy ones I heard was how Malachi Black was when he first debuted. Yeah. It was how they had to have him travel in like cars, and then he couldn't be around the building because the fans could have saw him when he was coming in and stuff. It was just like, but they hunting.
Yeah,
they be hunting, and they want to be the first one to go on their blog and be like, I saw so and so, and it's like, but you will be the first one to say, why are there no more surprises in wrestling?
Yeah, you ruined them all.
I want to stab you, sir. that's
back in the day,
stop ruining surprises for me.
Yeah,
keep that to yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's kind of the thing that's lost, and I don't blame Cody for that because again, they got mad at him. Yeah. When he was like lying and being shifty about where he was. I saw a lot of things was saying he was doing this and doing that. Yeah. Turns out none of that was true because he was lying. He was lying about a lot of that stuff. And then he shows up and it's like, oh yeah, it's fine. I just wanted to go here. And I'm like, damn. So you had to do all that. Look what Chelsea Green had to do. She had to fake breaking her arm.
Yeah.
Again. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's where we are now.
Yeah.
Wrestlers start having to fake stuff just because the fans ruin it. So
they got to kayfabe their reality.
Yeah, it's what they got to do. I'm not when it comes to that point though. I'm not mad if that's what they got to do it because I'm sick of these people with the double standard. I really am.
Yeah, there's no more surprises in wrestling, but then y'all give them all up. Jesus Christ!
But with that said, I'm not going to drag it on too long. Just to say my piece about it, I will give it a 4.5. But for the moment, I'm going to say a 5, right?
It was a good moment. It was a good moment, yeah.
it was something that it shouldn't in the world we knew leading up to this, it would never happen. I'll just put it that way. Now we know anything is possible.
Yeah.
Boom, there you go. So
Oh, it's my turn.
Mhm.
4.5.
Yeah.
I don't believe it was the best match of the night, but
Mhm.
we already know what I think about the last match. So